To hear the universe, humans had to probe space-time. The cost was huge. $1 billion was burned. Thousands of top scientists and engineers worked for 40 years. Congress called it a waste of money. Other scientists laughed at them. They didn't care. They wanted to prove space is not silent. The irony is, even Einstein, who predicted it, almost ruined the idea. In 1916, he said gravity bends space-time. Then he predicted violent cosmic events would create ripples. These are gravitational waves. But 20 years later, he changed his mind. As his calculations seemed shaky, he confidently wrote a paper saying they didn't exist and sent it to the Physical Review. But the journal sent back a scathing review. It was brutal. Einstein was furious. He withdrew the paper and said he would never publish there again. Later, the mistake was publicly clarified, and the corrected work was then published elsewhere. But his flip-flop confused everyone. Were the waves real or just math? The debate was finally settled by legendary Richard Feynman. He gave a simple analogy. Imagine two beads on a rod. If the waves are real, they can move matter. Moving matter creates friction, and friction will generate heat. So they must carry energy. People laughed and also agreed. The next problem was building an instrument to detect them. Einstein thought the waves were too weak to be found. World War II veteran Joseph Weber was the first to try with a simple method. He built 2 aluminum bars and suspended them in vacuum. He thought a wave would make them vibrate. In 1969, he announced success as he heard it. Overnight, he became famous, but other labs could not repeat his result. They found nothing. Therefore, criticism flooded in. Another scientist, Richard Garwin, even publicly challenged him. Garwin pointed out that Weber's data was impossible. If Weber was right, our galaxy would be destroyed by such energy. Facing such a fierce accusation, while sitting in the front row, Weber refused to admit that he was wrong. His funding was cut. His students left. He kept working alone until his death in 2000. He died believing he was right. Weber was like Don Quixote charging at windmills. He fell just before dawn. But he proved one thing: we needed a better machine. The project was passed to Rainer Weiss at MIT. He had a new idea. Use lasers. Split a laser beam. Send the light down 2 long and perpendicular tunnels. If a gravitational wave passes, it distorts space, changing the tunnel's lengths. The light beams would return out of sync. The difference is incredibly tiny, but it was a way forward. Weiss brought in renowned Thorne and brilliant Drever, establishing LIGO. It was a 40-year struggle. They wanted to create perfect vacuum tubes. They had to block all vibrations miles away. Peers mocked this. They spent billions and got nothing. Congress called it a waste. The team had internal fights and underwent changes. Drever was forced out of the leadership. At this critical moment, Barry Barish took over. He organized the team. He secured more funding for a major upgrade and promised it would work. Fortunately, this promise kept the project alive. Around 1999, LIGO's 2 interferometers were finally built. One in the Washington desert, one in the Louisiana swamp. For the next 10 years, they were always silence. Thousands of scientists spent their youth on these 2 tunnels. many began to doubt. Maybe Einstein was right. Maybe we were destined to be deaf. In 2010, with great pressure, they shut it down to upgrade the machines. They made them 10 times more sensitive. This was regarded as their last chance. The miracle happened on the morning in 2015. LIGO had entered its observation phase and hadn't reached its sensitivity. A signal arrived. The Louisiana detector saw it first. 7 milliseconds later, Washington saw it. Frequency soared from 35 hertz to 150 hertz in an instant. The team didn't believe it at first. Is this a drill? Has someone injected fake data? They checked for even a 1 in a million chance of error for months, and finally confirmed it was real. The signal came from 2 black holes colliding 1.3 billion light years away. Each was 30 times the sun's mass. In their final moment, they shook spacetime. The power was greater than all the stars. It traveled as gravitational waves across 1.3 billion years past galaxies. But when it reached Earth, the vibration was smaller than a proton. This time we caught it. It was a short, rising chirp. In 2016, LIGO's executive director Reitze announced, "We did it." He might have thought of Weber, who died believing, or of Einstein, who hesitated over the equations. The signal traveled for 1.3 billion years. When it left, Earth had no life. When it arrived, we were ready to listen. We are no longer deaf to the universe. Light casts shadows, but gravitational waves can actually pass through everything. On this noisy planet, we built the quietest ears to hear the cosmos. And as long as we listen, the universe will never be silent.